Oh, he better. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dave Drakes, and we are back for another TCE Supercross live watch party. You know the drill. You know why we're here. You know what we're doing. We are calling the races. I'm with my main man, TMA's very own, the face behind the whole operation. It is Mr. Jackson Eckstein. What's up, dude?
We're in here, Dave. We're in there like swimwear. Let's go.
We're in there, yeah, like booty hair. Let's go, dude. Dude, we haven't talked in a couple weeks. I was traveling. I was in Tampa. You were traveling, doing something. I can't remember. Racing's been. Yeah, I just want to talk to you. Racing's been crazy, dude. We've got 3 big boys that are out. Malcolm's now the dude everyone's cheering for. Sexton fumbles, which we never really see. Webb's in this thing now. Roxon got into it, and God, dude, Jeremy Hand's IG was a minefield. Dude, we got a lot of things to talk about, dude. What's like top of the list for you?
Bro, I'm not even excited anymore.
Oh, gosh.
Dude, 450s, unless Kenny wins the chip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. I was promised a big season, stacked, whatever. Eli out. Cade out. Clayson out. Jet out. What's left?
Dude.
Hunter's out. What are we doing?
Hunter's out. It's wild. It's wild. My money back.
I bought the international pass. It's like $250 American, which is grand Canadian right now.
Dude.
For the full season. I want reparations, Dave. You have any?
Dude. yeah. We wanted 4 acres and a mule, right? Yeah, dude. It's been shit out Super Bowl. It's been crazy, dude. It's been absolutely crazy. Yeah, dude. There's so many people scratching their heads like, what is that? Ooh, rap lyrics. It's been nuts, dude. I will say one thing I do want to touch on before we start getting this thing kicked off is the fact that stadium in Tampa absolutely erupted for Malcolm. I don't care who you are, what you look like, how long you've been into the sport. Everybody was cheering for Malcolm, dude. There's 2 guys that'll ever happen for. Malcolm Stewart and Aaron Plessinger. Same thing happened last year. Those guys are they're just world class, dude. Everybody loves those dudes. And it's pretty awesome. Shout out to the chat. Showing love to everybody. Ben's in here. We got Ray Ben's in here. We got Papa Ralph. We got Michael in here, Metamoto. We got the boys. We're going to get some more people hopping on here. I'm super stoked. And, of course, we got Cade Clayson coming on as well. Don't forget, after this, for the main events, we will be over in the Moto Academy app, and we will be turning the reins over to our Vince himself. And we're going to be guests on his show, kind of showcasing the races. We're going to be streaming there, and we can talk about the main events on the Moto Academy app. If you are not already on the Moto Academy app, what are you doing? Huge shout-out to our amazing sponsors, FXR Moto, Flow Vision Goggles, Partzilla.com for all of your parts and accessories, Sweet and Sport Adventure Tours, Overshare Advice and Planning, EVS, Moto Tape, Surge Unlimited, and of course the great people at Phoenix Handlebars. Use the promo code The Moto Academy to save on all of our amazing experiences. If you want to go to a race like a G, hit up our internship program or just be a VIP in the best VIP experience program in motorsports. Head to thecollectivexp.com. We'll just hook it up for you and get you a gig in the industry if you want, or just get some connections. Jackson, you're no stranger to the races. You've been to a few, to say the least. And you know the sport. Give me like your breakdown of the 250 East now that we're kind of in that swing of things. I know everybody was saying how it's going to be super stacked because, you know, everybody seemed to like go not really go west. Like, what's your breakdown of it? What do you think of the East Coast so far, and how did it shape up last weekend in Tampa for you?
I feel like we got.
Oh, come on, Faulkner! God dang it, dude!
I know already. So, dude, you got to turn down like your input or something because it's just blowing the fuck out. Like it's. Is
the mic bad, people? Tell me if is it just
screaming in a Halo 2 live chat right now? You are.
Let me know if how my mic is doing in the chat, guys.
Yeah,
And everyone's saying congrats on my first 450 win. Appreciate it, guys. It was tough, but we did it as a team. We came together and we made it happen. But let me know how my mic is because he's saying it's horrible.
So 2 things. One, I bet you there are a handful of teams and riders that are kicking themselves for running from Deacon. One, because I'm sure there's 2 or 3 guys here on the East that are looking at the West and been like, dude, I could have been there. I would have been there. It would have been a fight.
Yep.
He wasn't ready when the season started. The bike wasn't ready. Whatever you want to call it. But like they would have been in contention. I also think that this field is full of guys with a chip on their shoulder that feel they are due for a 250.
Really?
I think if you go through dude, like even just look down through this, look down through this heat one. You got Thrasher. He's been a guy there for the last few years, shown he's had the speed. You think of like COVID Atlanta, he worked that field when they had the 3 stops in Atlanta. McAdoo, Hammaker, Vial got his last year, but still he's a guy. Forkner's there. This is just one heat race. Like this is just alone. I feel like we have enough people here that it's like, all right, I've put in the work. I've been near the top or at the top for a few years now. This is my year. And it's going to be, I feel like these are those seasons where you're going to get the most unlikely guy is going to come out on top because everybody's going through everybody's throats. And I don't know what is with these bull corners that are just swallowing riders that are not near anyone. We saw it already with Forkner. Took himself out. Vial just went down. Just all on their lonesome.
Crazy. Dude, they're saying our screens are black. Why is it not showing through then?
That's racist.
It is Black History Month.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening that they can't see our screens, but it's business as usual on our end, Jackson. I don't know. What the heck, man?
Dave.
I have no idea.
That clearly saw Jeremy Hand's Instagram this week. Saw the leaders are coming through. Pulled right off the track. Oh, there's another one. Just fully went into the mechanics. This is hilarious.
Dude, that whole thing last weekend, I hope that I hope that is like ignites a fire under people's asses to get out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think is the right thing to do there?
Get out of the way.
Why is it telling me this?
Guys, showing Thrasher a wheel.
We clearly have technical difficulties, but why does it say that? Hold on, let me. Give me a. We're just trying. Fill some air for me, dude. Let me figure out what.
Number one, let's shout out Handguards having their day in the sun. I don't know. It's probably just like the.
Who's rocking Handguards?
Thrasher in first place. I think we see. I think we kind of know that the dirt in Detroit is somewhat treacherous. You can already see rocks coming up through it near the landing that finish line down the straight. So Handguard's not a bad move, and look at that, he's in first place. Star Yamaha. Let's talk about last week. Listen, you can have your view of mint and brown. I loved it. I loved the chocolate mint chocolate chip Thor kits that we had last week.
Yeah.
I mean, you can disagree. To me personally, what's funny about it is Fast House had like a similar kit last year with like the brown pants and the mint blue jersey. So they totally just jacked that and didn't do it as good, in my opinion. But it was nice to actually like a Thor kit for once. No way. McAdoo in the sand throws it away in the last corner. I love, by the way, if you're going to put sand somewhere on the track, put it on the last corner.
Yes.
The finish line. Dude.
Agreed.
Oh, he got Vial. Woo.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vial almost had him.
Okay. I think we're back. I think we got it. I think we got the video. Let me know if you guys. Okay, perfect. We're back. Okay, sweet.
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I like what I'm seeing on the East Coast. I will say that. Oh, come on, dude. What is happening with freaking Team Green? I do like the East. I thought the track last weekend was pretty sick. I know riders hated it because it was gnarly. People were getting hurt. Aside from the slippery nature, the craziness around the whoops, like I thought the track layout was pretty sick, and it made me happy. However, I thought for sure, dude, that we would see Faulkner doing better. I'm happy that he got through. I'm happy he got through. Makes me feel good. But I thought I'd see more of a battle, dude, more of a fight from Triumph, more of a fight from the Cowie boys. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's me or not, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Good race. Faulkner out. Faulkner not out. Sorry, he got 10th.
Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
able
Don't say Faulkner out because you know what that means.
Don't say Faulkner out. Sorry.
Don't say Faulkner out. Yeah. Thanks, Michael, for helping me out. I appreciate it. I didn't realize we were off, but we're back on. Here we go. What's up?
Let's get to some hard hitting questions. You went to your first race of 2025.
Yep, because me and West Coast, we don't get I like my West Coast people, but the
Black History Month.
Yes, here we go.
Tampa. Mookie wins his first 450 main. Becoming.
Do you want to know what?
I don't know if you knew what was going on, but because did you stay and actually watch the main, or did you go back to the hotel? Because I know you're wanting to go back to the hotel after.
No, so I stayed and watched the main. I did, however, full transparency, go back to the pits for cleanup during the main, because at this point Malcolm was so far back.
That's what Dave does all his best work. Dave going back to the pits for cleanup is like.
Oh, come on, wait.
It's like getting to the bar at 2 a.m. right at last call. It's like, is there anyone still here? Yo, I can get you an autograph if you need. Like, don't worry.
Wait. So I gotta wash my mouth. So I went back to the pits for cleanup, and we just hear erupting. So like we're watching it on the screen, right, back at the pits, and at this point I'm realizing, holy crap, like Malcolm might win this thing, dude. When I tell you, my phone has never blown up so much. We're literally trying to watch the screen, then I also have it on my phone. And I'm getting text message after I'm pretty sure like 80% was you, but text message after text message, people giving me updates of like, dude, he's 4 seconds behind. Oh my God, he's 3 seconds. You can see him, right when he won, that place erupted. Two times, when Sexton went down and Nuka got around him, and then when he won, you could feel the stadium like shaking. It was insane. I got a call from my buddy Manny, who I think you've met. And Manny was like, Black History Month, do you see us? Dude, he was like, he went.
There was a race, I want to say it was 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago that Mookie got his first podium?
Something like that, yeah.
He got second, I think.
Yeah.
Now, looking back on how it worked, that it's like, yes, it's 2 years later. But Black History Month, hometown race, Tampa. He wins, going away. Not like, dude, like he was gone.
Yeah.
Do you think, looking back, he's like, I wish I got that win out of the way earlier? Or do you think it's just like, dude, you know what? I'm 32. I've grinded out this sport, more than most of the field, and I'm getting my due now. Like, do you think it's just appreciation? Are you just happy that it happened? Or are you thinking back like, this is where I should have been like the whole time? Like, what do you think the mental state is coming away from like a big win like that so late in your career?
I think he would have liked to have had it happen sooner. I think the confidence boost that comes with winning and knowing that you are one of those guys, that alone can help your riding and help you get better results. Like kind of in perpetuity, man. Honestly, like if you know that I have won at the highest level before, you kind of feel like crap. Well, why can I do it again now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm still only so many seconds behind these guys year after year, and even in my 32s, I still know I've done it before. You know what I mean? I think he would have liked it to happen.
Today,
However,
you saw today. I didn't watch any race day live.
Yeah,
he was sitting at the top of the leaderboard for a little bit there,
dude. Exactly. This, you know, the sport, dude. You're a coach. This stuff is mental. This sport is so mental. He's got the bike. He's got the equipment. He trains at Baker's factory. Dude, like, what else do you need? You know. But I think
that, like, you see somebody break the 4-minute mile, and then, you have everybody setting the record for the 4-minute. Like, you have almost that competition with yourself. It's like
exactly.
You hit a shot. You know, I always have that with golfing. It's like you post a score that, to be fair, is not out of your league, but it's just like, dude, I put it all together in the right time this one, like on one day.
Yeah, dude.
But then you can start to fall into like, why can't, like, then that becomes the bar. And now it's like, this is where it should be every week,
Oh, for sure. I do think he's got to be just happy that it happened, period, though. I do think there's some of that as well, where he's like, dude, I'm just stoked that it happened at any point. I would have loved to have had it happen sooner. So, my opinion, both, I guess, but it's just good to see it, dude. Now, not only is it good for the Mookie fans, but we've got another guy in this class that can win a race. Another OEM, another racer with fanfare, with pedigree. This is amazing. We're treated some of the best racing we've been treated to in a long time.
Has somebody won more than one race this year?
Has
Sexton won too?
I don't. Who won Glendale?
That was the Triple Crown.
Yeah. I think that was a 2-time winner. Guys in the chat, keep us honest if we're lying.
Webb?
No, I don't think it was Webb. Was it Tomac? Maybe Tomac got 2.
No, I don't think it was Tomac, because Tomac had one bad ride.
Okay. Guys in the chat, Mike, Ray, Ralph, Mike McSwain, help us out. Metamoto, let us know who won these races. Arvin's is saying Chase.
Chase has one too?
I think Chase has 2, is what he's saying. Curious, but no, it's incredible, man. We're getting treated. But yeah, Ben Weigel is saying how special that was, and I agree, Ben. Last weekend, because like it was his family in the stands. He's a Florida boy. He lives not too far from there. You know, they went to that race as kids. Like you could see just how for Mookie that whole stadium was, man. That was a really special win. Plus, your brother is up there commentating your first professional 450 win in Supercross.
That's what I was gonna say,
dude.
I don't know if you knew what was going on in the background.
Not really. I mean, because you really couldn't hear too much, but dude, that was incredible. And you can see James's face too, and hear it in his voice how emotional he was for his little brother to get his first 450 win, just knowing what it means. You know, I think that's pretty incredible, man. That's really, really cool. One thing I do want to talk about is the fact that, again, in the 250 East, I thought we'd have more of a fight against the Blue Crew boys, man. I really thought that we'd see Kitchen, McAdoo. I thought we'd see a lot more from Hymas, dude. People have been saying Hymas all day. The Honda boys are back. Joe Shimoda got faster, as we clearly saw in the West. Hymas is here. We didn't really see much jockeying for position amongst the different riders, different teams, different bikes. I hope we get more of that. Maybe last weekend was a fluke.
How sad was it to see Pierce Brown go down?
Yeah, weird to see that. And this, I think the quickness at which he got tossed to the ground, that's what was really scary and like threw me off, kind of. You know what I mean? It wasn't just that he fell in the whoops, which is crazy because you and I would be afraid to walk a set of whoops, dude. And I think it's just the quickness he got thrown to the ground and how he ragdolled, dude. That was tough to watch. And a lot of guys were going crazy.
We could have had a rush hour podium.
Oh, dude, right? That would have been fun. Yeah, that would have been good. A rush hour podium.
Generation.
Dude.
Went off.
Oh, dude, come on. Kalana would have been so stoked.
The closest thing to happen to that is you and Kalana in Arizona.
That's it, dude. That's it. Just me and Kalana. Which, by the way, Kalana's Snapchat stories piss me off, dude. He'll be like, yeah, it was Ryan today. Throw a backflip, throw a whip.
Dave.
Yeah.
You're not beating the allegations. Why are you?
Wait, no. Wait.
You are 40 years old.
I'm nowhere near 40.
Grown-ass man with a wife and a baby. You are
oh, my gosh.
Snapchat? Bro, you can't.
Everyone is on. Dude, I got.
You're not beating the allegation. Here's the thing. When it came, because what am I, 6 years younger than you? 7 years younger than you?
No, dude, what? No.
When it came out, I felt I'm too old for this. I'm too old. So for you to be on it now, that's diabolical.
But you are nowhere near 6 or 7 years younger. By the way, I'm not telling you. No, you shut up, dude. You're just gonna piss me off. We are basically the same age, and I've had Snapchat forever. Actually, 77. No one really knows. I have a couple kids your age, but no, dude. Like watching this, the ease at which that kid can throw a backflip and a whip and like land in a nose wheelie or something stupid just pisses me off. So yeah, I gotta unfollow him. But yeah, I don't know. Back to East Coast 250. I just thought we'd have more jockeying.
Under 17 are you following on Snapchat? Dude?
Don't make it weird, dude. It's not. It's
example. You're mad at a teenager's Snap story, bro. You're 40. You're all
big.
40.
Okay,
get off Snapchat. Get off Snapchat.
I'm nowhere near 40, and Kalana is a friend, dude. He's a bro. Dude, it's different. If I was following like one of Kalana's female friends, which I definitely don't. The only people I talk to are Billy Freeman and like two other people from college.
This is the Diddy thing where Dave's going down and he's trying to shout out names. It's like, it's not me. It's they're on there too. Like everybody.
Yeah, here we go.
I'm not going down. I'm like, dude, I don't even want to. Nice try, Diddy. Nice try.
Here we go.
Diddy.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. It's you can't beat the allegations, dude. It's tough.
You're not beating the
By the way,
experiences in full. Yeah, shout out your sponsors right now. I'm sure they'll love it.
Dude, I will tell you one allegation that I will beat to the end of time. Dude, my smoke alarm went off, right? Like hey, time to change your batteries. I have not run to my pantry so fast to get the batteries, dude.
Dude. See, now it's just lies on lies.
Oh my gosh.
Bro,
I'm just setting myself up for these.
You could have said the utility room. You could have said my toolbox. Could have said the
toolbox. There we go. Well, supply closet.
Ran to the pantry. Yeah. I've never ran to the pantry.
Dude, here we go. Back to dirt bikes. Kitchen got it on Anstey. This is what I thought we would see last weekend. I thought I would see more of this, where we've got PC guys finally battling and trying to kick the curse.
Happened early because Anstey after the start had like a straightaway on everybody immediately. So I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think Kitchen got him back. But guys, did you see anything as to why Anstey? Did Anstey go down or something? Let me know. Mike, don't worry. It's not a bait and switch. I promise. Kate will be on here. I just texted the guy, sent him all the stuff, and
yeah, Dave's just gonna start doing that. We got James Stewart joining us this week.
Don't do that. Kate texted me today, dude. So just put it out there.
That's what I was gonna say about
what?
I don't know if you knew what was going on, but with like 3 minutes left, like it was pretty much guarantee he's gonna win.
This is last weekend.
Ricky was begging James, like, you have to go down there. Like, you gotta like, why are you still up here with us? Like, number one, he wasn't commentating. He literally was like, I feel like he was like almost crying. I was almost crying.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh, we all were.
Listening to James say that, like, I have no words right now. I have nothing, like, I don't even know what to say. So Ricky was number one, like, dude, it's not even like you're up here doing anything. Go down there. I wonder how much, but it was just like, it was amazing. And I wonder how much that was like a presence of mind thing of James to be like, let him have his moment, like already everybody knows Malcolm's career is tied to the Stewart legacy name, like he's grown. And I will say, dude, shout out Malcolm for not, dude, like they've made enough money as a family unit, branding, sponsors, all of this stuff that he could have quit at 27, 26.
Yeah.
Like, think of how many greats retired that young. Dude, Malcolm, 32, still like, I'm racing a full season of 450. Like, that's badass.
And
one.
Winning.
And now, like, getting his win. But, like, that's awesome. That's, like, that's truly, truly awesome. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that James was like, I'm not going anywhere. He can, because as soon as James goes down there, that's all the photos.
Oh, dude,
photos
for sure.
are James came down. James is celebrating with Malcolm. It's like the guy, and then there's a picture of a guy with 50 odd race wins and his little brother with one. And it's just like, I thought, to me, I don't know if that's what it was, but to me, that's what it felt like. That James was just like, you know what? Let him. I want him to have his moment.
Give him his,
He can celebrate with our dad, his team, like the people that have been putting in the work. I thought it was really cool. But I also at the same time, I completely understand Ricky coming from of like, dude, what? Like, get down there. Like, what are you doing up here? Like, which is funny that they like those guys have enough like pull in the sport. Like, that's one cool thing about our sport being so like unstructured and thrown together is like, dude, Supercross doesn't know if James coming to commentate. It's like, I'm sure it was like Friday. They would send him a text. They probably sent him 40 texts like, do you want to do Tampa this year? And then like it was probably Friday at 3. He was like, yeah, I'll come over there. And it's like, yeah, he just rolls up. And then while they're in the like they're getting paid to broadcast, and Ricky is telling James like, leave. You're getting paid to be up here. You should just go. And like they're gonna say shit to us. Like it's so funny that like the grip. It's like LeBron coaching every team he's been on. Like they're bigger than the sport. So like Ricky could just tell James like, we're both working right now for this company. Why don't you get the fuck out of here and go like party with your brother right now? Like, dude, No one would have a problem with that.
Oh no, definitely not. Which is insane. But I also think it adds a fun narrative to our sport from even for a broadcasting purpose. Like, our sport is so badass that like you have this dynasty of the Stewarts. You know what I mean? Dynasty now. Who else has that? Who else has an opportunity where like my family can, like, our bloodline can win on any given weekend, like from now until forever probably. And just I don't know, just the thought of that, it's just super cool to me. It's just, you have that with I guess Deegan's kind of in the same boat of like, but not so much from a win standpoint, but just from like a moto royalty standpoint. I don't know. It's just cool.
Just pedigree.
Yeah, just cool pedigree like that, which I think is pretty rad. So, anyway, rad. Such a rad way to win and to have your first big race, dude. It's insane. I'm stoked. Jackson, they're saying turn up your mic, and my video's going pixelated for some reason. We have an off. What is happening here?
I'm running off my headphones, so it's just the volume it is. I can talk about it if you want.
Yeah, and I'm not sure why mine is doing this, because I'm sort of maxed out on internet right now. I'm showing good speeds. No idea why that's happening. Which is freaking great.
Okay, who do you want to win the chip now? Like where's your not
so
who you think is going to win, not the safe bet. Who do you want in your heart to win this year?
Roxon. if it's not going to be anyone else, like I like Chase so much more this year than I did years previous because I think it was the vlog that he was on really made me like, wow, this guy works hard, seems pretty chill, not much of a partier, who's really cares about putting his head down and working hard. Yeah, that to me earns some extra respect, you know.
I
So
wanted Tomac coming into the season, and honestly, I think he would have had it.
Yeah,
because he even he was saying he's never felt so good on the bike. Like, dude, he rips that Yamaha so hard.
Yeah,
but now
for
with
sure.
everybody out, it's just like, dude, Kenny, please do it, please. Kenny.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. No, dude, I want to see Kenny, man. I just want to see that guy on a Suzuki just come out and do great. And Kenny's bike, for anyone that's talking crap, his bike looks so cool, dude. Forget the kickstart and all that crap. Tell me his bike does not look good. That bike looks awesome, man. I think it's one of my all-time favorite Suzukis, other than the conversation we had however many months ago. Like, to me, it looks phenomenal. Dave's OnlyFans server is seeing some heavy use. Yeah. The mics are cracking on me, dude. I have no idea why that it's going crazy like this. Like, it took forever to get the video up, and now it's Let me see if I can work some magic via my seat. But Jackson, if you had to guess, this track isn't my favorite track, but if you had to guess for somebody who's on par to get the win for 450s tonight, who would you pick?
Dude, Anderson looks good right now, and I feel like the field is opened up enough with the top guys out that Ando is a guy that's going to show anybody and everybody a wheel, and he's just when you are that guy that rides that aggressive, you're usually not the guy who goes down when shit gets tough, The people who aren't used to working their way through the field like a bully are the one. Oh, Kenny came up short on that on-off. Ouch.
Ferrandis. Okay, on the Phoenix Honda.
Yeah.
He hasn't made some noise.
By the way.
520.
Jesus, I'm at 414.
Hold on. I just got up to 435. There we go. So I'm 15 seconds behind. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, but yeah, I see Ferrandis. Wait, is that Roxon out front?
He's in second. And
second. Okay, Ando squeaked out. Okay, so that's why. Yeah. No, I'm an Anderson fan. I do like Anderson for some reason. I don't know. I just feel like at these like Triple Crowns, and when we go to like Detroit, Indy, St. Louis, for some reason, I just feel like it's either going to be a good night for Barsha, not a win, but a good night for Barsha, or a win for Kenny. I don't know why that always shakes up like that, but Kenny seems to like those tracks at those venues. Does it seem like that? Am I out to lunch?
No, the techie tight ones, it makes sense.
You like the techie tight ones?
I'd love to have Cade on here to ask him some insight. I know you promised Cade Clayson.
Dude, I just texted him. He said that he's going to hop on in a second. His neighbor's over. So as you can see, guys, Cade right there, neighbor's over. He's hopping on. He better hop on, or else he owes me something nice. Wait, what'd you say?
You're texting Mary.
Oh yeah. Hey, could you be Cade for a second? Yeah. But no, dude, seriously, I don't know. I for sure thought I for sure thought Kenny would be the guy coming into this one. But yeah, JA.
I just feel like these tracks, it helps to play bully ball. It's like.
What do you mean?
It's like it like think about there's your NBA talent scout coming out of college that's used to playing a structured game that goes to Brooklyn Park and gets bodied playing street ball. That's these tracks. This run of tracks, St. Louis, Indy, and and Detroit, like these are like bully ball tracks where it's just like, it's not about the fastest guy. It's about like, it's a tight track. The lap times are short. We're going to be showing each other a wheel for most of it. If you're used to riding that way, you're going to stay up and you're going to survive. I just feel like these are like the grit your teeth rounds where the dirt is shitty in Detroit. You know, there's rocks. It's a short lap. I just feel like these are more like the more gritty wins, you know?
Gotcha. No, that definitely makes sense. When you talk about technique too, like you can see just how much speed and finesse and like quick twitch that Jason's kind of like exuding through the way that he's riding. Dude, I'm liking it. I'm liking the extra little bit of English that he's like putting out there, but also he's keeping it smooth at the same time too.
It makes me sad to think about how many like unreal careers we kind of missed out on because people ended up having to ride a bike or a team that they just did not gel with. Like you can't tell me that Ando doesn't look 10 times better on the Cowie than he ever did on the Husky. And that's even the year that he won on the Husky, you know?
I would agree. So a good point up. Ben just brought up a really good question. Shout out to the chat. Guys, throw in your questions. We want to mix it up. You know, you guys are like family, so we want to incorporate you guys in all this stuff. Ben is saying if HRC grabs a rider to have as a 450 rider to finish the season out, who is the best option they could get?
Dude, I'm hearing Freeze turned it down.
Excuse me?
I saw a few industry insiders going back and forth on Twitter that Freeze was offered the spot, and they said it's pretty much a done deal. They want him. He just came off an Arena Cross title, and so he's been riding Supercross-esque on the Honda, so he could step into that spot.
Yeah,
somebody who could get starts and be aggressive and like then put the HRC factory bike underneath him and see what he can do. That'd be wild. That would have been throwing a freaking grenade into a China shop,
dude.
But that's the next thing was like we hear it's not happening, and then they said we hear he turned it down, which is nuts if that's the case.
If he did turn it down, why do you think he'd do that?
Because with great power comes great responsibility, and I think
just gonna say that.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want, because he's not going to change how he rides because all of a sudden he's under that factory.
Thank you. But
now there's just more eyes on him being Freeze is a necessary evil in the sport, but like now there's more eyes being an absolute ass clown on the track, and just you know now you're in a spot to take guys out that carry the sport on their shoulder. I don't know. Like to me, that's where my mind went. It's just like, dude, who needs the hassle? If you've made enough to like have a good living, there's also, I mean, I'd be interested. This is something I wanted to ask Kate about. I don't know if he'd know these kind of things, but like, I wonder what that looks like, a contract for a fill-in rider, because the kind of guys that already have the factory ride, they're coming with supplementary sponsors that are more than paying their fair share of a top rider. So that changes the contracts as far as like what a win is worth, you know, like a win bonus or a podium bonus. That you can't tell me that Honda, Jet is paid more than his fair share if he gets a win. But Honda, when they're writing that agreement, they already know, you know, Red Bull is paying him $1 million a year, and the other sponsors that he already brings to the table, he's taken care of. So they probably don't. They probably use that to be able to say like, listen, if you win, it's $100,000, you know.
Yeah.
And yes, you could probably say like, no, like I'm him, and you know, Jet probably gets 150 or something. I can't remember. I remember hearing like some of the higher ones, like Ken has
150. Yeah.
It's 150 for Ken.
Yeah, 150 for I think it's 150 for Ken, 150 for Jet. I think Tomac structures his his differently. I think he does get decent win bonuses, but I think he preferred it towards his salary more. So I wonder. I think his might be a little on the lower side. Well, it's still a shit ton, but like but like
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm curious as to like what. So yeah, they offer Vince like, hey, we want you to fill and ride, and yeah, you might be like starstruck that it's like I get to rip a factory HRC, but then maybe they send the contract and the numbers are like, listen, man, if I want my win bonus to be worth it, if I'm not going to sit here and say that Freezy with the field right now, that Vince Freeze couldn't get a win.
Yeah.
Would you say that he couldn't get a win, dude?
Under the right circumstance, yeah.
Dude, Malcolm just got like nothing against Malcolm, but like Malcolm just got a win. Like
under the right circumstance,
it's open season that could happen. So if they send him a contract and he's looking at the numbers and it's like, you guys, it does more for Honda to get someone ripping an HRC than it does for Vince necessarily. I don't think it would change what kind of signing or deal he could get next year. People already kind of know what his pedigree is and where he falls on the ranking.
Yeah.
So maybe he got that contract and he's like, this is not worth it for me, you know?
No, for sure. I think it's the extra pressure, honestly. In my opinion, I think he already rides with like a pressure on himself, like almost imposter syndrome, and I think that would have kind of put him over the line a little bit, in my opinion, because I think I like Vince Freezy. I don't like the stuff that is life threatening that he does, but like I love the fact that he rides aggressive. He doesn't care what people think. The dude rides through the pits every weekend, people booing him, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever, screw you guys, head up." I'm like, dude, that's badass, you know. But yeah, I think it's the pressure, and I do think, dude, Vince he's a great rider, dude. Outside of the craziness, I think he's a good rider. So it'd be cool. Metamoto is saying Dean Wilson. Ben Weigel saying Justin Hill, but he wouldn't leave Tedder. Meta's also saying Kevin Windham. Mike McSwain is saying, wouldn't the 330 be the obvious choice? Jackson, I'd love to hear your opinion on that one. It's the class is kind of open. I'd wonder if they would like signing somebody like a pulling over like a Ferrandis or something. I bet that'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. Yep.
Is Ferrandis, but who knows, man? I don't know. I think it should be. I think it should just be an open contest, like a draw every weekend. $50 if you're in the next city, you pay and you get a ticket. If your name's called, you go line up, and you're put in the same. You get to carry over because Jet and Hunter would always be in A practice. You're in A practice.
No!
Let's really show how good the leaderboard is.
Yeah,
it's something that
my gosh,
for years that they should do at the Olympics. The Olympics are impressive to watch everybody fast run, but you're sitting at home and you're like, I wouldn't win. But I could run as hard as I can for 100 meters. That's why I think every Olympic event they should just pull someone off the street and say you're also in the 100-meter dash.
The litmus test.
You'll see the gap.
Yeah,
and it'll start to turn people's gears that it's like maybe I should not go on Instagram and talk shit about Jeremy Hand, about what he's about how awful of a racer is and that he screwed up Ken's ride. Because then you pull a guy off of your local B practice at Tampa MX and throw him in the night show, and it's like, oh my god,
dude, that would be absolutely insane. The one thing that I would never want to do
it's the new Lawrence fan experience. That's what it is. They've lined Lucas's pockets like $6,000 at a time that Lucas clearly just took for himself, and dude, I paid for a Detroit Jet and Hunter experience. Jet and Hunter are here. What do I get? It's like gear up, buddy.
Gear up. Yeah, you're in A practice about 10 minutes. So this is your mechanic. Shake his hand and try to squeeze it into Jet size 28s. Oh, dude, did Savachi go down and? Oh my gosh, did you just see that?
No, I'm on Heat 2.
And qualifying. Yeah, I'm on Heat 2 as well, but they just showed qualifying replay.
did it like a
Endo, dude. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. A practice, nuts. Would not want to do that. Yeah, interesting stuff, man, about who they could find to fill that gap. Because in the past, dude, they picked up privateers like A-Ray. Remember that? Mac McSwain is saying Michael Hicks. That'd be pretty cool. That guy can ride his ass off. What would you think if they gave AJ?
I think. I think I don't, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting, dude. Could you imagine?
5 years. Give him 5 years. If he'd get the bike, give him 5 years, and there it is.
Could you imagine having to hop on a call? Hop on a call with him.
Since AJ's done a 20-minute main event. So
I would agree. However, do you realize what a monster that guy would become if AJ has AJ's life right now on top of a Honda HRC ride? He would be what's the word?
I want it to happen just for the fact that, I mean, dude, we would get 3,000 app subs in the first day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That would be great. I'd love that. Our community would grow.
Let's not just talk about AJ.
Yeah.
Getting a ride now means that driver Jamie is an HRC mechanic.
Yep. All day.
He's in the tent talking to Lars,
yep.
telling Lars what Lars needs to do different.
Yep.
Right? That's number one. Everybody's mic'd up. The HRC tent is now a reality TV show with Montoya running down the beach, por favor. All right, Montoya. It would immediately become the most clown show of all clown shows.
It would,
dude. I'm there. I've got the headset in the booth. You know.
Oh my gosh.
I want it to happen, dude. Give AJ a shout. Give him a call.
That would be, but dude, he'd come to the races, freaking Gucci'd out. Freaking venti this, like
he would still sit press day. What time did you practice today? 6 a.m. He'd be there at 6:15. He'd say he'd get on the bike. He'd roll around the pits and say, "This setup is shit. I can't ride like this." And
dude. He wouldn't even like park the bike. He just intolerable. There we go. Back to explain. He'd literally just like ghost ride the bike into the pits and then walk right into his freaking camper. He wouldn't even stop and hand it off. Dude, it would be insane.
Somebody else's bike off their stand.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
I want it to happen. Shout out. Look at this. What does a win do? Mookie,
dude, I'm telling you.
Racing his way through the pack.
The confidence that it plays, man. And I think we're gonna see a lot more of this Mookie, dude. Like unless he has like a horrendous like rest of the season where it's like, man, I kept falling and pushing the front, blah blah, whatever it was. I think we're gonna see a lot more of him really being in the fight.
Imagine it's August. Jet is still dealing with injury. Hunter's still dealing with injury. Imagine Tomac's still hurt. You know, the year's not over. Something might happen to Chase. Webb is old. Dude, Mookie, U.S. Destinations team.
Ooh, dude, that would be so sick.
You don't think people would be fired up to see a 32-year-old Stu?
Dude, that would be a problem. Woo. That would be sick. That'd be awesome, man. Let me get your boy on here. Dude, that would be freaking phenomenal. Who else would you pick for that second place or that second position? If Mookie's your 450 guy, who would be your open guy?
Open, I mean, it's deferred to Sexton right now. Sexton can do it as many times as you want until he doesn't want to do it.
Who would you pick for 250?
250. I mean, Deegan's got to do it. Isn't it back in the States this year?
Yeah.
Back in the States. I feel like that's going to be a no-brainer, barring injury. Dude, Mookie's on a mission.
He really is. Mike, grab us a drink too, buddy, while you're out there. Kate's saying he still has his neighbors over, so it's gonna be a minute. Freaking Kate Clayson.
He's just too kind.
Look at this, dude. Mookie's like feeling. Look at that, feeling like racy right now, dude. Like he's getting in there.
We've never seen him move like this.
Got it. Got Plessinger. Oh, let's see if he can hunt down Sexton.
No, Sexton's gone.
Oh my gosh, this is sick. Dude, I love the fact that we have this parity in the class now. And I guarantee you this is going to light a fire under Cooper Webb and Justin Cooper's asses, dude. I don't know why. I just feel like this is going to ignite them to want to go faster.
Still one that I think is going to get his first I think he'll be the only other guy this year to get his first 450 win. I just feel like he's too consistent, you know? He doesn't really do anything
he's good.
Bad. Like I wouldn't say there's parts of his game that are miles ahead of anybody else, but I don't think he has a real weakness anywhere.
Gotcha. Shout out Max in the chat. We got the Gray Rabbit in there. Mike also said, do you think HRC Honda would let Greco bring his raccoon into the trailer? I don't think so, man. Dude, Greco's got a small zoo. He's just got a new puppy on top of all the other stuff that he's got. Nuts.
Shout out Mookie. Love to see it.
Shout out Mookie. He's liking the whoops again.
How are we feeling about Sexton's gear right now?
It's all right. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of yellow. It doesn't. It's not like my favorite.
Looks like Troy Lee stuff from like a few years ago.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of. I used to really hate this when Dungy when he was riding for KTM. He only wore like the orange and yellowy numbers. It's like, dude, come on. Yeah, it's not great.
The bike's orange, like from a distance, it looks a little McDonald's-y, you know.
For sure, yeah, it's not my favorite, man. I can do without it. I didn't mind it as much whenever Joe Shimoda had that kit for, I think it was A2. Didn't hate it.
Yeah, the Fox one at A1.
Yeah,
it was like an off.
Was it A1 or A2? I can't remember. A1. Yeah. A1. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So tell me, Dave, we're in between races. Tell me about Mexico. What went wrong?
Oh, dude, it was just not my deal. So I went there for a work trip, and
now that Trump's sending everybody back, or what's going on?
Yeah, it was just too much mayhem. But no, getting across the border is super easy. Guys, I highly recommend, if you go travel, sign up for Global Entry. It's like $100-something. It will save you hours. Plus, you get TSA pre-check for free. You won't be waiting at the border. You don't have to go through all the immigration crap, dude. You literally just like sort of somewhat flash your Global Entry card, and they're like, "Oh, dude,
Was this your first like family vacation travel thing with the baby?
Oh no, it was work. This was for work.
Mexico was work.
Yeah, dude, I had to go down there for some like manufacturing plant stuff.
For what? What's going on?
Dave's hitting his old work. Yeah, whoa, easy. No. So that part was like the food is always good. Obviously, authentic food. The candy they gave you, like, that's always good. However, the material on which we had to put our focus on for a week, dude, it's just not. It's for the birds, dude. It's so
I did not know it was work. I thought you were taking a little family trip.
Oh no, that'd be cool. No, I think that'd be fun. I could definitely use some of that, dude. Honestly, it's been nonstop going, but that'd be cool. But I think that'll have to be later on this year. We still have to do. I know you and I at least, we missed the Bahamas trip we were supposed to go on, so we gotta get that going. We also have Whistler we want to go to.
Yeah,
I want to do a New Zealand trip. So whichever one of those you want to like pack up the families and bring them to, cool. We can be like Tegan, Mary, Tegan.
Yeah.
Boy, race. Let's go.
So like each other.
Yeah, you play nice.
Figure it out.
I think they would bond over the fact that
it's like introducing two new dogs to each other. Like you got to as they ask those first few questions, you know. And got them kind of sniffing each other, and you're like, their ears are still up, and they're a little like
hackles.
You're like, it's okay, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
And then you got to kind of give them a touch. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's like you got hey.
whoa, nice. No, I think they bond over the fact that they're just like, is your guy crazy too? He's the maniac. Okay, cool, yeah, cool. yeah. He immature and dirt bike. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can be friends. So yeah, no, definitely, dude. Whichever one we want to plan out, I am down for because I need to see the boys and have some fun. Let's see. Mike, Dave, you got me hooked up for Pittsburgh, dude. Yeah, hit me up if you guys are looking for some hookups again, because you guys are either in TMA or part of the weekly setup. Guys, send me a DM if you guys need anything at the races. We got experiences on the low for you guys. We got opportunities to come work with some teams. Let me know, thecollectivexp.com, or send me a DM either inside the Moto Academy app on Instagram at thecollectiveex. Hit me up if you guys need some cool promo codes to be able to save on our experiences and hop out with some of these teams and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We Gray Rabbit's already on board, and I will text you back, Max. Send me a quick reminder if you don't mind, so I can get back to you. I know I owe you some stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We've got a lot of teams, a lot of riders that are needing help, whether that's videography, holding a pit board, just being the right-hand guy in the pits, holding a wrench or two, taking pictures, whatever it is you want to do. We could fit you into a team and get you some amazing opportunities. Yep, Metamoto, I will be at Winchester. I'll probably be at the first one the whole week. Second one, I might just be a couple days. But I know the whole crew's going, so I'm stoked. I can't wait to see the TMA family. This is going to be phenomenal. Again, guys, if you are looking to save, if you are looking for any kind of opportunities to keep some money in your pocket, and we all know the sport's expensive, check out the promo codes below. Save yourself some cash with some of our amazing sponsors like Phoenix Handlebars, like FXR Moto, Flow Vision Goggles. We have you guys hooked up in there. We're keeping you guys in mind, trying to keep the sport more affordable so that you guys can save big. And don't forget, if you are not in the TMA app already, it is community. It is riding masterclasses. It is a masterclass in getting your mindset right. If you want to be anything that requires even an ounce of potential and effort, we can get you there. The TMA crew is phenomenal. Jackson and the boys really do a phenomenal job day in, day out. They eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff, and they're there for you. So make sure you guys sign up today and do yourself a favor. Get in the TMA app.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We have the best riding community in the world. We also have the best. It's crazy, like how much stuff we have in the app that is of value before you even get to the main purpose of it, which is it is a training app. There's full courses all the way from what to pack for the track for your first time going riding, all the way up to how to hit Supercross whoops and triples. It encapsulates the entire sport. And you might not even get there because you're going to find friends, you're going to find people to chat with, bench race with, you're going to find deals and partner discounts that are exclusive to our members only. I'm very proud of what we've been able to do with that app.
Same.
In a short time.
No, it's phenomenal. And it's literally once you're in the app and you start making these friends in the community, dude, you really feel like you're like really close friends and family, man. Like our Vens could show up tomorrow and be like, do you need a place to stay? And I'm like, oh, dude, here's a garage code. Here's some food. Come on in. Like, make yourself at home. Here you got your whole separate bathroom, whatever you need. You know what I mean? Like, you really feel like family. And the same goes for GP. Same goes for anybody. You know what I mean? Because we interact so much in that app, you really feel like you are like connected to the group. So Shout out to TMA crew. They're doing phenomenal things. Jackson, what's your favorite part about your job? What is the one thing that you love that you get a chance to do?
A lot of what I do is behind the scenes. As far as building out the app, like I try to be as forward facing as I can, as far as like I am the bridge between people and connecting with the community. I'm the one who helps get them into the app, gets them started. I'm answering questions of people navigating that. So for me, the best part is people coming into the community, into the group, holding their hand through the initial process, helping them find their way around, and then seeing them let go of my hand and flourish in the community, find their niche, find the pockets of the app that they love the most. And then honestly, like I haven't been able to do too many, but like the events that I do get to go to that we throw, whether it's, summer camp or, just going to a track in Florida and being with the team and having people come out and be like, dude, like even there are a lot of people that are shy that like, I might recognize their name, but they don't, they're kind of lurkers in the app. They like being a part of the community, but they're not in every chat. They're not in every thread, but those are the ones that come up and they're like, dude, we love the app. We appreciate everything you do. Like we love watching the shows and everything that you guys have provided. And that's definitely the best part of it, is just like, is getting that feedback from people that you wouldn't even think that they're not in every live stream. They're not in every chat room on the app, but they're still observing and taking part and taking what they want out of it. And they're still appreciative for what I do in there. And that's been the best part for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. I think that's one of my favorite parts, is seeing people really fall into their own when it comes to that. Ben saying go-kart racing is your favorite part. Don't BS us.
I mean, go-karts are fun, but dude,
yeah,
they're also expensive. So that second time we went, I was like, because I thought that was a one-time thing. I'm not getting paid to go on these trips. So go-karts is basically just like costing money.
Yeah.
And we went the first night and AJ didn't pull up, and immediately I was like, God damn it, that means we're gonna have to do it again tomorrow because we had a good time. AJ's gonna hear we had a good time and he's gonna say, well, we gotta do it again.
We'll do it again.
The next night and pay again. Dude, yeah. Me and Ethan both had the conversation the night after the first night that we went, that we were just like, I don't know. I don't know if we might just film for you guys.
Dude, yeah, it was. These trips were pricey, dude. But no, it was so fun. It was. We had a really good time, and we are probably the most competitive bunch in all of that place has ever seen in their life. I mean, you get
it's really 13 because on the track when we go riding, no one is like that.
No,
everybody knows their lane. They know their skill level. Everybody's just
we're cheering for each other. We're helping each other out.
About the experience and the fun, and then we go do anything else, dude. We go to the arcade in the back of a go-kart track, and we're playing the little hoop shoot, and that we are. Your mother's like it's terrible. Like it's like, dude. We go,
balls are flying this way, that way.
After the Jet and Hunter class in Tampa, dude, we went out and rented Bird scooters. This is at like 11:30 at night. There are like, there's this road shut down, like kind of near that like wharf area in Tampa. There's a road shut down and a bunch of like construction, like big construction cones are out, and it's like right, slalom race, let's go. And dude, we were out there till like 1 a.m. at breakneck speeds on a Bird scooter, weaving in and out of traffic, trying to beat the other person. Like, dude, and this is after a day of literally riding dirt bikes, motocross on a track, being like, we're just like moving around, having fun, like everybody's just solid person. Then we go do anything else, it's like, I'm gonna kill you on that. It's so much fun.
It's so true. Why are we like this? I don't know. But yeah, the go-karts are so fun, dude, and we had a blast. But 15 just nonstop. dirt bike nerds, dude. Just yeah, it's crazy. And then you got Kalana that can barely go around a corner. No, I mean that's supposed to be like hitting each other. Just what was AJ saying the whole time?
Back shots.
Back shots. Oh, it was so funny, dude. We had a good time. We had an excellent time. Let's see. Bunny Man saying Dave got to do at least one pro MX race, SX race. Nope, dude. My first year in 450s, I hopped into like a pro-am, like a local Supercross pro-am. This was like, oh god, 2010 or 11 or something. Dude, I got a good start, got like second in the hole, racing around. It was this indoor Supercross track, and I had second place for like, I don't know, like a lap. Then I got passed by this is my first time racing like pro dudes that were like, this is what we do for a living. And when I tell you the quickness at which they stop and how they slam into you, and dude, I was not ready. I was racing grown men with beards for the first time. I'm like, I wasn't racing fast 16-year-olds. I'm like, this guy has a wife and kids over there that are watching him, like waiting for him to bring home a freaking, it was a money race. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I ended up getting like 8th or something. Dude, it was rough. It was rough. One dude I didn't know you could maneuver a dirt bike that agilely. This dude came in outside, got the inside, and I slammed into his bike because I couldn't brake in time. And I remember going, "Oh my god, sorry!" And then he just rode off. It's like, "Oh crap, dude! Like this is different. This is a different kind of moto, man." Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, that's probably my only time I'm going to do pro Supercross. No, thank you.
Are you racing the Winchester Supercross series? Or at least that.
Yeah, first one. Yeah. I'm gonna try to. Well, when is it? When's the date for that one?
I don't know if I can say yet. I think it starts in May though.
Okay, yeah, I'll see if I can come to that one. Definitely the summer camp. I'll be there after Gillette also. So
because the goal is to have everybody on Team Moto Academy race their supposed classes.
I'm gonna get my ass whooped, dude.
Yeah. What class? Like I've never raced in the States. I've done 3 races in my life. Like what class would you pull up and be running?
For you?
No, for you.
Oh, I would do A. I just do very bad at it. I mean, that's what I was doing before I had to take the hiatus. But I don't want to
go right back to A.
Do you want me to go B?
Yeah, you're not an A rider.
Probably not right now with the way that I'm trying to rehab. But before the break, that's the class I raced, so I was like, okay, I'll just hop back in that one. But if I can go B, sure, dude. I don't want to race fast, angry guys. Sure, dude. Let's do it. Let's bump back down to B, dude. I'm down for that.
Let's do it.
But yeah, dude. Yeah. I think you'd be fine in B class, dude. You'd be competitive in B class for sure. What class were you gonna do?
Yeah, I'd probably be like C or like. I don't want to be C just for the case of like. Then you're not just worried about yourself. You're worried about everybody else being.
Yeah, don't do C. Yeah, I wouldn't do C. Yeah. And not from a skill level standpoint. Just it's tough to be like you're right because you're worried about a lot of. If
you get the start, you're at the will of everybody else being a knucklehead. So
yes.
I don't want to mess with any of that. I don't know. I genuinely feel like no matter what class I ride in, I'm gonna pull the AJ cat of like, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna ride.
And just.
I don't have healthcare in the States. Are you nuts?
Dude,
how far is Winchester from like
oh, dude, a lot. You're driving for a minute, dude. You're driving for a minute. Not to mention from Winchester, you're a little
ambulance. And send me north of the border, north of the old
dude.
I am.
You are about you were about 25 minutes from a hospital, period, when you're in Winchester. So, yeah, it's gonna be a minute. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend whatever safe avenue. But
I'm gonna grit my teeth, and I am going to fly home. When I go to the X-ray machine at the airport, I'm going. Can I get a copy of that? Because
wait, it's just a really crude thing with like a yellow line, a yellow square around. Like this is the area that hurts. Clearly, it popped up. Ben's saying maybe ride at least 2 days a week leading up. I was like, nah, dude, I don't need to be prepared. We're just gonna hop in it, Ben. We're gonna say a couple prayers and then we're gonna do it. I don't overtrain. Come on, Ben. I don't overtrain, dude.
He doesn't go to the gym because it's like I don't want to get too big, you know.
I don't get too big, dude. You know what kills me is when there's like I've done a couple of women, great people that are like you know, I don't want to go to the gym and lift weights because I don't want to get too bulky. I'm like, do you understand what it takes for like a woman to put on enough muscle mass to be able to get the muscle mass to where it's actually visible and you start looking like a little bit more, you know, yoked? Yeah. I'm like, it takes diet, dedication, supplement. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm like, you should applaud the women that actually do look so jacked because the amount of what it takes for a woman's physique to put on that kind of muscle, dude, applaud her. That's incredible. You know what I mean? Like it's going to take you have to literally eat, sleep, and breathe unless you've got some crazy genetics, like to where you're going to put on enough muscle to look yoked as a female. It drives me crazy to hear that stuff. But yeah, don't want to overtrain. I don't want to go too crazy, you know? Yeah. But, Cade texted me and said, are you ready? So let's see if he's going to hop on. Detroit, again, not the biggest fan of the track layout. It's okay. We've definitely seen worse.
Honestly, I don't find it too bad tonight.
No, I like last year's. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like last year's a little bit more than this. I'll be honest. Is there a track on the circuit, if you've seen any track maps, that is, that you actually are like excited to see? Like, holy crap, man, St. Louis is gonna be cool, or Gillette or something. Have you seen any that you're?
I haven't looked at any of them.
Is there a venue?
How accurate do those stay from like the initial track maps released? Like I know the
pretty accurate. Yeah, they're pretty accurate. The only thing that they might do is like if you might see like an either or section, like they have a roller on this inside right here, they might take that out or make it bigger or add one in or something. Or we took the lip off of this one, so instead of being like a outside roll, inside jump, now it's both a jump or something. But basically the layout is still the same. So that's usually as far as they go with it. But yeah, I don't think they've done major changes. I think Gillette is one I'm looking forward to. Maybe it's the anticipation of having the TMA crew there, and I know a lot of app members are going to be there as well. But that one's what I'm looking for. And I heard Alabama was really cool last year, so that could be cool. Yeah, I
loved. Which one was it? Was it 8-2 with the split start straight and the over under split it up, like the tunnel jump? I thought that was fantastic.
Oh, for sure. Ben's saying he's not digging the Detroit track. Yeah, it's not my favorite, Ben. Honestly, do I hate it? No, but it's not my. And Mr. Fashionably Late. Here we go. Oh, I'm too cool to hop on time. You know.
You never gave me a time.
I told you 3.
No, you told me the race started at 3. I was like, yeah, I know the race starts at 3.
Dude, I told you. I said hop on anytime. You know what? You can't. It's Black History Month. We're not going to do this, okay?
Nice to see you too, dude.
I missed you, kid. I missed you, buddy. Sorry. It's just coming out with raw passion. And I was so excited to see you last weekend. When
I kind of blame you. You had a camera shoved in my face before my practice, asking me all those questions, and I just wasn't locked in for my practice, and it was probably
don't do that.
All your fault.
I texted Dave immediately and I said, "What the fuck did you do?"
He did. He really did. He texted me that immediately.
He didn't even know something happened. He's like, "What are you talking about? He's fine." I was like, "Dude,
so you weren't even watching. You weren't even watching with your guys.
wait.
Sick, dude. For sure.
Come on. No, I was generally like once he's told me that, and I texted Steven on your team, and I was like, dude, up in the cage, he's like, oh no, and I was like, no, and I was sad. So seeing you in the airport,
Dave, you know this more than most people, but like I've likened to Dave at a Supercross or at a pro race.
Oh, here we go.
Like is like a music producer that like goes to the hood and just like spreads the love everywhere to kind of hedge his bets. He doesn't even pay attention to the racing, the results. He just goes around and gets enough like friendly FaceTime so that if one of them does make it, he's like, "That's my boy. I put him on. That's my guy."
That's not true. That's not true. Do not agree with that, Cade. That is not true.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't come see me after I got hurt. I mean,
I couldn't fight.
Stop over.
Dude.
I was just semi all day. What do you think? Where do you think I was, dude?
I didn't know until I texted Steve when Jackson texted me, and that was later on in the evening.
Bro, I'm in Canada, and I gotta let you know. Hey, can you go check out Cade for me? He's like, dude, what? Cade's on. Why would I go talk to him? I only talk to people that I
Wait. You know what? I'm just getting ganged up here. You know what? It's terrible. It's terrible, man.
They're going to be cool enough to show my crash. You know, they're showing all these dudes getting hurt. You think they're going to show mine? Probably not.
So what ended up happening, Kay? Walk us through it, because I know I saw you at the airport, but it was for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
here we go. God dang it, dude.
So I got told by Zach before my practice I needed to go do more laps, and I was like, no, you're right, I needed to do more laps. I had a little bike issue in the first practice, so I was like, I want to just go out and just ride, like just do all my laps, do all that stuff. So I technically did the first lap. It was a slow lap, and then I just went right into my lap, and my whole lap was so good. I was like, dude, this is sick. Like, got all my 3-ins really good. Like, it was icy. I got to the whoops, I shifted up, and I was like, all right, yeah, let's just skip across the top of these things. Like, no big deal. And I was fine. I was perfectly straight, like having good. And then all of a sudden it just completely stepped. And my bike went from straight to completely sideways. It's like I spun on the top of a whoop, but also like caught an edge. And when you spin and catch an edge, like there's nothing like propelling you forward, right? So it throws your whole bike sideways. So like your front wheel hits the whoop and you lose that momentum. And then your rear wheel goes to hit and you spin, so you don't gain that momentum. So then it just completely flicks sideways. And it flicked sideways. And I basically missed the next whoop. And then I stepped off my bike. And when I came down, I like slapped my arm on my handlebar really hard. And we think I actually broke it slapping my arm on my bar, like not even hitting the ground.
Jeez,
because I literally broke my kill switch and all that stuff completely off my bike, but the left side of my bike didn't even hit the ground.
Jeez.
That's crazy.
So yeah, just basically snapped my radius clean. I mean, it was like in half, but it was sitting like on top of one another. So I had to wait to get surgery for the swelling to go down. But it broke like kind of jagged. So it was like this. So they basically had to line it back up, put it together, and then plate it. So yeah, we'll see. But it is what it is.
What are they saying for how long you're out for?
Yeah.
That is a question I'm not willing to answer at this time.
Okay.
Do you have any other hardware right now?
I just have one screw in my shoulder because they like screwed a block to the bottom of my shoulder socket to keep my shoulder from coming out of place. But yeah, other than that, that's really all I got.
Oh, it's such a bummer. Dude, this sport is so gnarly.
Where are you guys at in the race right now?
I'm at the gate, just dropped.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're in the whoops.
Sorry.
Watching ice hockey?
How very Canadian of you, dude.
I know. Dude, how was the track as gnarly as everyone says it was last weekend, Cade? Clearly we saw a lot of crash and stuff like that, but what was your interpretation? Because I feel like you like different things than like most guys.
I like it when the track is kind of steep like that. I thought that track was really cool. Um, yeah, I don't think it was that gnarly. I think the whoops were just tough because, like I said, they were really hard packed and
Mm-hmm.
you could get wheel spin for how big they were. And that side of the whoop was getting sun all day.
Mm.
And they said when they went to prep them, like it was like mud and good dirt in the bottom, but it wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
stick because the face was so hard packed. So
Mm.
that's why they got so sketchy in the main events. Um, yeah, I don't think it like the track wasn't difficult really at all. It was just a
What
track,
would
right?
what would you grade the year so far? Because like as viewers, like I think I can kind of speak for me and Dave that like I think this has been one of the best years for track so far. As far
Yeah.
as like a start to a year, I've really like as far as viewership, I've really enjoyed every track layout that they've had so far. How
Yeah,
was it from
I
your perspective? What would you
yeah, I
grade it?
liked all of them. There were some weird little things at like San Diego that I didn't like. Ow,
Mm.
that looked like it hurt. Um, but other than that, like A2 was so sick.
Oh.
Yeah.
Phoenix, yeah, you just saw it too.
Yeah, dude. What is
Uh,
Kobush like? What are you
uh,
doing?
I don't
Oh.
know. But I liked Phoenix. The problem with the Phoenix track was all those flyaway singles. Like we were jumping the
Mm.
flat in like 4 different spots.
That
Yeah.
one
Um,
before the finish line was
Sketch.
terrifying
before
to
the
watch.
finish, if you didn't jump that massive quad, you
Quad,
jumped
yeah.
that last single onto the start straight. Then after that, the wall after the mechanics area, you jump the flat. And then
Yeah.
the other rhythm, if you didn't do that huge jump over the start straight thing,
Mm-hmm.
then
Flat.
then you jump the flat there too. So 4 times a lap, you're jumping completely to flat. Oh, there's that replay. That's brutal.
So here's
Here,
so
I'm
I
backing mine up,
actually
so I'm closer to you.
we
There we
talked
go.
Oof,
about
oof.
this while it was
Oh,
live.
came up short.
I want to get your perspective on it. So like that single
Oh.
before the finish line jump, what's your target to land to give the suspension enough time to fully rebound so that it's not rebounding at the bottom of the jump, like
There's no
unsettling the
timing.
bike. There's no time.
No, you're not trying to time it, right? You're just trying to like jump it so that you can land somewhere where you can basically make one transition.
Yeah.
Because like if you land right and then bounce,
Yeah.
you have to let
And then
off.
hit the face.
So it's almost better to go like even further, right to the bottom of the face, so it stays compressed up it.
Compressed and yeah. Dude, that's insane.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's not great.
Yeah, the jump in the flat on like the arguably the hardest track makes me
Dave
nervous too.
Fell getting out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. And I broke
Think
so
about-
much stuff. What'd you say?
I said Dave fell getting out of bed this morning. Like think about the parody and who we have on this panel today. Dave is jumping the flat to keep his shots close so that he can jump the finish line jump. And Dave couldn't roll over right. This is insane.
Dave couldn't roll over in bed. Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Dave is basically me. Dave and me right now are the same person. Like we can't reach the top shelf.
Yeah. I love it. This is great.
That Dave would have an impressive vertical, but he does not for some reason.
I don't know what it is. So, dude. By the end of Tampa, from all the walking around, dude, honestly, I looked like I needed a wheelchair. I was like, dude,
hold on. You guys want to know what's crazy right now? I don't
What's
know
that?
how Finnis got into the night show because I'm pretty sure he qualified like 31st. But now he's in 4th right now.
Yeah.
With a lap to go. That's
So
actually kind of crazy.
Where did he come from? Because I feel like I haven't heard his name until like the last like 2 years.
I mean, was just an amateur kid. He trains at club.
Mm-hmm.
He's super good outdoors. He has a ton of raw speed. He's kind
Mhm.
of like a roller coaster. I like Mark. He's a good kid. His family's really cool, but he's just kind of young still, and he's got some learning and growing up to do a little bit. But
Who would you liken?
That's for sure.
Who would you liken him to on the track? Like he's like a so and so in terms of like speed and potential.
Dude, he rides like a lot of like a young Faulkner or kind of like like a short McAdoo, like real raw and loose, and he just kind of throws the bike around. But it's like I was saying, like he has days where like he just like almost forgets how to ride. And I like the kid. It's just like I'm not trying to. I'm just like I think I've talked to people about it, and I almost equate it to kids going through puberty and like seriously having like they might not seem like it, but almost like emotional days, and they don't know how to process like different things happening. And as they get older and get through that stage of life, like they handle those situations better. But that like it's always young kids, right, that have those types of moments where they're like, oh, I'm really, really good this day, and then I'm really, really bad the next, or something like that. So but that's cool that Finnis just made the main for the first time.
What are we feeling? How are we feeling about the gray gear, gray plastics on the club look? What do we think?
Dude, that gray setup.
I dig it.
Like a. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say I like it. I think it's sick.
Yeah, they did this look last year one time, and it was really sick. I'm glad they got gear that like matches it. Like it's like that weird matte color. It looks. I think it's pretty cool. If they had a different, like the black helmet doesn't really match, but it's pretty sick. I like it.
So you said something talking about Phineas there that I want to follow up on. This is a very serious interview show. I don't know if you know.
Clearly.
Clearly. But okay, so you are someone who's been in the sport a long time. You go train a club. Obviously, there's kind of a revolving door of kids coming in and out every year. You might not see them the next year. But like in talking about Mark there, like you said, his family's cool in this. How much of an emotional thing is it? Like, is it taxing at all? Does your social battery get drained? Like learning new people every year, meeting the families and stuff. And is it hard? Do you feel like there's times where you're just like, I'm here for me. I got to zone out. Yes, I'd like to meet your family and it's cool. Or is it like, do you find that easy for you?
I feel like I find it easy, but at the same time, like I almost zone it out sometimes. And like, it almost, I feel like would probably come across as disrespectful, but it's like, people don't really realize how many people I meet all the time. So like, people will come up to me at the race and they'll be like, oh, this and that. Do you remember me? And I'm like, no, man. No, I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I really don't. And it's not that I don't want to. It's just like, yeah, I met Joe's sister's brother at some race and I talked to him for 20 minutes, but you know, a year and a half later, they come up to me at some random point and I'm like, no, dude, like you're going to have to fill me in here. But I especially like when I'm there, like I go in and out, like I don't live there or anything like that. Most of the pro guys don't live there anymore. You know, we all just kind of come in, do our job and leave. And that's one of the best parts about that place. You know, the young kids, they all stay there. Some of them have families and stuff that stay there. So they, like when I first went to club, it was like we were one big family, right? It was almost before the pros even kind of came into club. The only pros that were there were Nicoletti and Amar, and they still live there. So like we all basically just hung out. We did everything together. We did all of our workouts together. We ate together. We did everything together all the time. So it was like one big family.
When AJ was there too?
Yeah. So this is back in the time when AJ didn't like me. Like,
oh, okay.
Like,
wait, he didn't like you?
AJ, how long have you known, or I'm sorry, Jackson, how long have you known AJ?
Since 2021.
Dave, how long have you known AJ?
28 years.
Okay, so you're a perfect representation. AJ as a human being has basically gone from like one end of the spectrum to the other.
And, thank you. We talked about this earlier.
He's still on the spectrum for sure.
Yes, AJ's always been super nice to me, but like, AJ was like a privateer superstar when I first met him, and now he's like almost like the people's guy. And like anyone can go and talk to him, and he's really good with fans, and he's really good with riders that are less talented and stuff like that than say he was. So yeah, I've gotten to see both sides of AJ, but yeah, I mean, we're pretty cool now, obviously. And so, yeah, I did know AJ back then. I remember one day, so he was so raw. I was out testing something on my bike, and he just walks up to the Supercross track, and he's like, "Watch me ride for a minute." He hops on my bike, shorts, t-shirt, no helmet, jumps the finish line, and I'm like, "No, I'm not going to be a part of this. Like, you're not doing that again, no sir." So,
oh, that's awesome.
He's trying to go full Wyndham. Just throw
yeah,
on
exactly.
some
Just trying to raw dog it, and I'm not about it.
Yeah, flip flops and cargo shorts, dude. That's not not it. Okay, we got a question in the chat for you about what was your take on the lapper controversy that happened last weekend. Do you think something needs to change? Like, what's your opinion on something like that?
I think there needs to be some sort of a consequence for us not getting out of the way. I'd be perfectly fine with that. There's nothing wrong with them being like, "Hey, if you don't get out of the way, like, we're gonna dock you or we're gonna fine you," something.
Yeah,
like that.
I think
like it holds us accountable. But and the only reason I say that is, I can go back to St. Louis last year. I was battling with Justin Hill, basically a whole main event, riding really good. I was super pumped, and it was the last lap, and we were both getting lapped, and it was a triple crown. And there was like 6 guys coming behind us, and I let one guy by, and I jumped the triple, and there's like 4 more right behind us. Well, I didn't notice that Hill was mixed in with them. And so the next rhythm, I like stayed low in the berm, and I went double down the left side just to let them all by. And Justin Hill just holds all of them up and uses them to pass me. And then when we come off the track, I'm getting yelled at by Anderson because I didn't get out of the way. And it wasn't even me. It was freaking Justin Hill. So I was like really frustrated. I remember Steve talking about how like Hill basically screwed me. He used the leaders to pass me under the blue flag, while simultaneously holding up the leaders on the last lap. And I go back to,
it's not like there's not precedence when there's other caution flags on the track. They have no problem going back and docking positions or points or handing out fines for riders not obeying the flags. But it's the blue flag is like this gray area. And I understand why, like, it's been talked to death about, like, you know, sometimes they'll have them out for you guys 3 corners before the leaders are on you, you know? So I understand.
That's a big issue. That's a big issue is they put it out way too early.
Yeah.
So then by the time the leaders actually get to you, you're basically zoning the blue flag out of your mind.
Like, forgot about it.
If you go back and watch the incident, you can kind of see Tristan go up in the berm, and he's like, "Oh, I got to let these guys by," and he slows down. Well, Jeremy decides he's going to try and go by Jeremy's going to go by Tristan in the sand with the leaders. So he's basically using the blue flag to pass them, which is like, there's no rule against it, but it's shitty.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't do it. Like, and we've all done it at some point. I've done it at some point. You know, you shouldn't use the blue flag to pass someone that you're battling with. But like I said, we all do it because there's no consequence. And he basically was trying to do that. So Ken was forced to try and split him. And Ken kind of came left into him. But like in that section, you have no control of where you're going. Like the only reason that happened is because of the sand.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, that like where you give some leeway to like even in that situation, like it's such a perfect storm of events for that to happen. Like, dude, you know, I mean, even we know, and we don't race or ride barely compared to you guys, but like dude, having to let off all of your momentum heading into a Tampa sand section that is 9 feet deep, like it would kill the rest of your man.
It would suck for sure, but it is possible, right? Like in a perfect storm, Jeremy Hand goes, "Hey, Tristan's slowing down for the leaders. I'm going to sit in behind him. We're going to let these guys go by, and then we're going to get back to racing." Right. And the simple solution is, like, if they're getting the blue flag, Jeremy cannot pass Tristan until the leaders go by. Like it's that simple. Make that the rule, and then we learn to deal with it. Like it is what it is.
And the people that were mad at Ken or putting it on Ken that he shouldn't have tried to split them in the sand. Yes, you can say that, but like the leader or that guy shouldn't have to worry about having to thread the needle in the sand section between those.
Yeah, no, he has the right of way basically at all times right there. So it is what it is,
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. Shout out to your teammate Mitchell Harrison out there.
Grinding.
Just grinding, dude. Just putting in some good laps.
Yeah, he was struggling, I guess, a bit in practice. But he looks pretty good here, just kind of doing his laps. He's probably faster than he's currently riding at, but when you're in this position, you just kind of ride home at this point.
Yep.
Right?
And shout out to the whole PRMX team. I will say, I know I'm going to sound super biased, but Cade and his team, I know I am. Cade and his team are probably some of the most fun people to be around. And like every year they might mix up mechanics here and there and stuff, but I feel like I either know most of Cade's mechanics he ends up getting, or like by the middle of the season, I'm talking to them like we're bros, like we've known each other for years, because like the whole team environment is just so much. They're fun, but they keep it professional. They like to be loose, but like they don't let it deviate them from what their main focus is, which is winning races, representing their sponsors well, and putting in good finishes. I feel like everyone on this team is just such a fun but professional dude, and there's so much potential and talent in the riders, man. Like Cade can go to a main from a heat. Mitchell Harrison can do the same thing. Look at Yoder, dude. Just all of these people are just they're absolute superstars, man, and they keep it fun. It's fun to be around. There's so many teams where like, it's like I don't even want to go under the tent, dude. It's like stressed, and the team manager's weird, and it's a weird vibe, and you have to, theirs is just whatever vibe you guys have going on, Cade. I just commend you guys for it. And again, gonna sound biased, but
you are. But I feel like if there's anybody under the rig who's grumpy on race day and like not fun to be around, it's me. I guess I haven't been around Jack or Preston that much. But I take my race day pretty serious, but at the same time, like I try to just have as much fun as I can. It's the one day a week we get to work, right? So like, if you're trying to do if you're trying to be the best at your job out of all these, if you're a plumber and you're trying to be the best plumber in the world and you only get one day a week to show how good you are, you might be a little stressed out too. So
for sure.
It's a different kind of work environment, I think, but we do have fun. I think Jules is a lot more fun on race day now that, he's kind of let the reins go to Craig a little bit. Craig's our team manager, and Craig's kind of figuring out his role too. So he's getting more comfortable in that, and like what, is like expecting him, where like, I think at A1, everyone was just a little stressed and stepping on everybody's toes a little bit, but it's been really good. And it's been cool. I've been a part of Julian's program for a while now, on and off. So just, getting to see him grow this whole thing into what it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. And if you guys want to check it out and experience it for yourself, head to thecollectivexp.com, where you guys can personally be a VIP fan of not only Cade, but a litany of other riders. Head to thecollectivexp.com, sign up for our ultimate PRMX fan experience. You guys can use promo code TheMoto Academy to save at checkout. We can also customize it for you guys as well. At thecollectiveex on Instagram, contact at thecollectivexp. And the proceeds that we raise, Cade can tell you, it goes into their pockets. I keep enough to keep the website going, but it goes to their pockets, helps them keep going each weekend, and shows love to the teams that really are some of the most fun people to be around. So shout out to your team. Enough about that. I don't like to say too many nice things about Cade, because then I'll think I'm too much of a nice guy. We all know I'm pretty much of a badass, tough guy. Cade, walk us through what it's like for you guys when you're getting ready for an LCQ, and you got the pressure's on. You want to make it to the main. Maybe had a bad heat race. Maybe qualifying and go as you would hope. Like, how do you get locked into like that? I got to go make it happen now, and to like not let the nerves get too much into your mind. Like, how do you get ready for that?
I mean, I usually sit in silence. I think my old mechanic Joe could tell you the best that like if the heat race didn't go good, and most likely I wasn't changing anything on the bike, I would not speak to anyone between the heat race and the LCQ. I would just sit there in my chair. I might watch the races that are happening between, but I'm just thinking about what I got to do in my LCQ. How am I going to execute my start? What am I going to do if I don't get a good start? Like, where am I going to make passes? You know, where am I going to go on the track? What am I going to do in what rhythm section? So it's really all about just executing things the best that you can. Like, the hard part is like, you can be a really good starter, right? But there might be 20 other guys that are also really good starters. And you're not going to be the best starter every single time, even if you try to be. And, you know, you can basically, you know, do whatever you want. But, you know, at some point, other people are going to beat you at something, and you have to figure out how to adapt and get around that situation. So, you know, I've had LCQs where I've whole shot it and not made it. And I've had LCQs where I've started 20th and passed 16 guys and still got in somehow. So it's just a matter of like adapting to situations and kind of grinding your way into it.
I like that. I have one more question before we could sort of wrap this up. And guys, before I forget, I want to give out the giveaway trivia, courtesy of the great people over at FXR Moto. Guys, you can win a swag bag if you answer this question. The first person to answer it, either on here before we wrap up, or send me a DM either inside the Moto Academy app or on Instagram. I want you guys to give me Cade's best main event finish and what team he was riding for at the time. So give me that one. And bonus points if you throw in the year as well. But Cade, do you
have that TISM thing that like top guys have where they can just like you know, the race May 5th in 2017.
Yes.
Oh, really?
We all have that, don't we? Do you have that too, Jackson?
It drives my wife nuts because like she'll be like, you can't remember to grab this at the store, but you can remember this rhythm section at that track, what year it was, what gear you hit it in. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, this is what I do.
I have it for like Seinfeld episodes.
No, I feel like you have it for Moto too, Jackson, because there's been a couple times when we've been like, you remember like 2012 Glendale, and we're like, oh yeah, you mean the 135 or something, or the 3-4-2 out or something? You're like, yeah, you have that. We all have that, dude. That is 100% a motocross riders thing. I will say the 450 pros takes it to a next level. Like, I know AJ and Cade can tell you the rut development for St. Louis Supercross in 2017 on like the farthest rhythm section. Dude, see, like it's just
it was hard as fuck all night.
Yeah, dude. It just
that was my first race back. I missed day one that year because I had a broken hand, and I raced that night and somehow made the main. And I had only rode 2 days in like a month and a half. And I just basically, I think I got lapped at like 5 minutes. I was dying.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, I do not deserve to be out here. But
2017. Exactly 2017 to 2019. Probably the most fun I've ever had at the races, man. Those were just.
I mean, I wasn't at the races in 18 and 19.
Unfortunately. But you were 17. What was it? 2020 was a COVID year, right?
Yeah.
You were back for that one. Because that's when we did and then 21 is when everybody rode for like SGB. I feel like, Cade, you didn't ride for SGB that year, but you were always over in the tent, dude. I feel like you partially, yeah. Oh, that
nobody else ever liked me.
Everyone liked you. One question I did have, Jackson brought this up earlier. Who would you think would be a good potential fill-in ride for that Honda seat? And do you know any of the financials that get associated with fill-in rides?
I mean, so because of the like statute of like who you're riding for, like they're obviously gonna they're almost never like, yeah, just come do it for free. Like that's not how corporations work. So they're like, no, we have to pay them something for their effort You know, they obviously get all their travel and stuff paid for. The biggest hard part is, so like I'm in a couple group chats, and we all basically came to the same conclusion that it would be, because this is Shane McElrath's last race. He only had a 6-race deal with the team, because they don't have the financial ability to keep him on all year, which is totally understandable. I get that from a team standpoint. Like, it's cool that they let him do the races that they did. And Honda, being a massive sponsor for that team, should go to Yuriv or Davalos and be like, look, here's the situation we're in. You know, you can keep certain logos of yours on this guy. He's still your guy. We'll take over paying him. That way you guys can keep Shane on for the rest of the year. You know, they bring Joey up to Factory Honda, keep Shane on the team as long as they need to. Then they both get to race Supercross all year. Then the Firepower team basically retains both their riders full time, because it's not like Factory Honda is going to keep Joey. You know, he's going to go back and be there. Like, it's, you know, I think support teams like that, it's almost like in some way Honda is supporting that team, whether it's with bikes or something or other. The programs those teams have, you know, like, it could be the same thing said for us, right? Like, if Cowie didn't have a guy, like, hey, you know, if we don't have a guy, you know, we get to pick one of your guys to pluck up to ride our bike. Like, that's part of the deal with us giving you 10 bikes for the year or whatever they get, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's obviously not how it currently works, but it would be sick.
It might be a long shot, but like, would they structure it? We were talking specifically about like the riders that do already have those factory deals. They have their own personal endorsements, and they bring that money in. That's like, we know you're making this much from those other things, so we can tailor the contract so it still works for both parties. So like, if somebody like a Freeze or a McElrath got brought in on that Honda, would there be something in there that's like, there is a win bonus if you do get a win? And what would that look like for somebody like them compared to like a top guy?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know the numbers exactly, obviously, because I've never.
Feel free to make them up. This is that's the program you are on.
But yeah, I mean, they're for sure getting some sort of a bonus program, of course, and that's just part of what comes with that, you know, atmosphere. Those massive teams, they not only like have like their planned budget for what they think they could spend based on bonuses, but they also take out insurance policies on their riders. So if they hire someone, they'll call Lloyd's of London, take out an insurance policy on, you know, position finishes. And basically that way that pays the bonuses if they do really good. So yeah, it's a pain. But it's just hard with like sponsors and stuff like that. I don't think, like, you know, people were saying Yoder should have gotten a fill-in spot at Pro Circuit, and it's not that simple for anybody. Like, it's not really fair to Julian. Like, Pro Circuit, like, if we need something from Pro Circuit, like, we go and buy it. You know, in Julian's eyes, like, we're trying to be as good, if not better, than Pro Circuit. Like, yeah, we're not quite there yet, but we could be one day. Like, so what does it say if our riders, you know, just up and break a contract to just go ride a PC bike for a couple of races? You know, so it does suck for the teams, because the teams are trying, you know, that quad lock team is trying to go and beat Factory Honda. So I get it, but at the same time, like, they're not Factory Honda, and if Factory Honda's giving you stuff, then I would kind of get it. But I don't know. It's a weird situation for sure. I think they're going to find someone to do it. And I think it's going to end up being something like that. Like, they work it out with the team where they take over his contract or something like that and get him in there.
Interesting.
Dave, are we switching over to the app?
Yep. I was just going to say that we're switching over. Guys,
are you able to join us there, Kate?
In the app,
Sure,
Gabe?
why not? Yeah,
cool. It's going to be taken over by our boy Ray Venz. Guys and girls, don't forget, check out our sponsors, Flow Vision Goggles, FXR Moto, Partzilla.com, and the rest. Say a huge thank you to Cade Clayson for joining us, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to chat with us. Of course, hit up thecollectivexp.com for any of your inquiries when it comes to getting placements for job in the industry, VIP experiences, which are the best in the industry. Or if you just want to say, hey, we appreciate all of you guys, I will be moderating this and going back and forth and checking to make sure that I get all of the trivia in there correctly. I appreciate all of you guys in there. Max, Mike, Ben, Mike McSwain, Ray, all of you guys. We really appreciate you guys hopping in there. So I'll get that going for you guys if I owe you anything. I see Ben that I owe you a couple, so bear with me. Apologies, buddy. I had to move last year and the whole thing, but we'll get you. Okay, send me a message. But I appreciate all of you guys. If I owe you too, Bunny Man, let me know. I'll get you something. Appreciate you guys hopping in. Use our promo codes below. Shout out to our amazing sponsors, and we thank you guys for all of your support. Tune in with us over the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna do some cool stuff with you guys. We'll talk to you guys soon, and thank you.